What's up? Alright, we're in here. Let me see. What is up? What is up? How do I do this? I don't know how to edit the thumbnail. Can y'all hear me well? Alright, let's go. What's up? What's up? What's up? What is up, Gabriel? How are you? Alright, let's go. Ooh, no. Alright. Why is this heavy? Good afternoon. What's up, Matthew? What is up? What is up? I got wiped out in Houston, so I don't have too much left. But I still have some cards left, and I like doing streams like this. Garbo, how does your profile picture change? On my end, your profile picture goes from like yellow to like white. Oh, okay. I was about to say. Also, I don't know about y'all, but I am absolutely in love with graded guard. So I decided and bought one of each color of solid guard, and 2 blue jewels, a red jewel, a fruit punch. So yeah, I love these little plastic things. They're like changing my life. No, I won't be in Richmond for the rest of the year. All my shows are in mostly Nova in different areas. Richmond is just kind of dead. So I've decided to take my talents to the DMV area. I think it's more worth it for the business and for like the population density is better up there. You know, it's just better all around up there. Ah, okay. That makes more sense then. Alright, I did not sort any of this out. I don't know if this camera angle is good for y'all. Yeah, Houston was great. Houston was phenomenal. So Houston was very good. Oh, for sure. Alright. Yeah, I'll be in San Antonio later in December. Let's see. Yeah, I'll be in San Antonio later in December. Or early December, rather. Let me upload this onto my my Instagram real quick. I say, hey, what's going on? Oh yeah, oh my gosh, in person, like, oh my god. Like, thinking about that, like, the fact that I pulled the card that he was looking for right in front of him out of boxes is, like, absolutely nuts. I did not sell it to him. I sold it the next morning for, like, market. I sold it for, like, $250. So, near Rio, RIO, Rio de Janeiro? I will not be anywhere near Rio de Janeiro, unfortunately. Yeah, that was a good one. I met JP at Richmond Collecticon, but I was legit a nobody. I had no clout. I had no motion. Like I had just started posting reels the weekend before, so I had no motion. JP is super cool though. Yeah, I know, it was a crazy collab too. Tampa has some large shows. I've not been down to Florida for a show. I actually have a bunch of vendor buddies in Florida, and I have family that live, I think, in like Fort Lauderdale. So next time Fort Lauderdale Collecticon is going on, I might have to take the trip down. Yeah, all super chill. They will actually be at the both of them will be vending at the 703 show, as well as Violet City, and as Phil will be there on Monday. But JP, me, Sean, and Eric, Violet City, will all be in at 703 show, which will be absolutely nuts. Having all four of us there, because Eric is from New Jersey, Sean is from New Jersey, JP is from Florida, I'm from Richmond, so it's not. Yeah, he's from Orlando. I'm from Richmond, Virginia, so it's not like a. Oh my gosh, you're traveling so far. But, it'd be cool to have everyone under the same roof. That is definitely like an LP copy. Whatever. Also, I'm getting stickers. I will be actually having stickers for once. So I am also thinking about maybe possibly perhaps building a website or something and having some cards for sale or something. I don't know. It's all up in the air at this point. But I will have stickers soon. They should be getting to me before my next show, which is the Beltway card show and the Minted card show at Nova. 160 is fine for that. Or 260. Sales. Someone bought a $500 copy of this. This Espeon VMAX I got is actually super nice. Super, super nice. I think it's a little bit off center on the front, but the back is super, super crispy. It is really, really nice. Yeah, just a logo. I'm not the biggest fan of using like, I have this sticker. Her name was Olivia. I don't know. There's something like I don't like none of the other big creators have like their actual like face in their logo, so I just got some stickers with my Pokeball logo on it. I think that'll be good enough in case, if I decide to rebrand, the stickers weren't too expensive. I got a good deal because I got it from Beer Dad Cards, the guy who made his stickers, Phil. I got stickers from him. Do you ever regard yourself? I do. I grade every single card I get. So if you ever come up to me expecting to grade at my table, you are not. So I take every single card, I look at every single card, and I will send it in if I do think it is gradable. And if I do not think it's gradable, it is still near mint on my table. But you will not get a PSA 10. Yeah, man, I'd be printing these stickers out. Outside. It's crazy. This card is 140 in English, and then Lily's Determination, and then like 200 something bucks in Japanese. Is that where most of your profits come from, grading? Well, PSA has been kind of... Well, my last order I kind of messed up on. I just got this I got this one back. This came as a PSA 10, which is awesome. But this Mewtwo got a 6, which I thought it was really clean. I thought it was like a 9, and then this got a 9 as well. This front center is bad, but I sent those in like a while ago. But I currently have like a $2,000 order at PSA right now, and it has yet to hit inspection yet, and I paid the $45 fee to get it back quicker, and it is yet to hit what's it called? The research and ID yet. So until it hits research and ID, the order does not start. So I need them to, you know, start working some weekends, because it's kind of getting ridiculous, because I sent it in a month ago and I paid for expedited shipping within 25 business days, and they have not turned up with it. So you know how it is. PSA is just super slow. I don't know. I'm still very the whole buyback PSA, like it's a closed market now. Like PSA buys the cards, they grade, and then they can buy back an 8 or like a 9, crack it, regrade it as a 10, and they're offering like they're offering like pretty much 100% of comps, sometimes even over comps. So yeah, some 10s. I mean, I think PSA is pretty consistent, which is why I like it, because I've seen like CGC 10s look terrible. I'm gonna be honest. There's some of them look really bad, where CGC 9s look really bad as well. But people just grade with PSA because it's the easiest to get your value out of. Like, it's so hard to sell CGC, and it's so hard to sell Beckett. So tag is the future. I like the tag slab. It's just I've seen so many weird things about like the tag rating itself. About some cards, like they deactivate certs and they force you to send it back, and then they'll regrade it. So I'm like, I think it's cool if you like want it for like a PC piece, but I personally don't think I would grade it with tag. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but it's really just all personal preference. So yeah, I don't think it was like a big scandal, but I think it was like, I think it had to do with the fact that they graded something with like an obvious dent that PSA gave it a 5. They graded it like a 9. So I think that's why they, yeah, I think that's why they are in a scandal. So. But I just probably set it at 300. I'm sick of this Gengar. That's not good. I just don't like the computer grade cards as the future. I feel like it is. I don't know. The whole PSA thing of people having like it being somewhat subjective, like if a card looks better, is stupid, because it is subjective, and if you grade a card, it should be not subjective, which is why people like tag. But I feel like it's too much of PSA is so, as a market, cornered and monopolized. Like, it is. I don't think that PSA is going to be dethroned unless there's an antitrust lawsuit soon, which I could see happening as well, because they legit control every facet of the market except they control every single facet of the market. So I think it is pretty suspicious, as some might say. Maybe if it's a really, really good computer, but I think it should be both. Yeah, I feel like it should just be one or the other. I don't know. It's card grading being subjective, I think, is not good for anybody at all. Because like the whole grader be like, oh wow, my grader had like a bad day or something, is true to a certain extent. But I feel like the fact that we're saying that is a problem for PSA, because everyone grades so many cards with PSA. So I think it should just be more subjective, or sorry, objective rather. But I do like Beckett. I want like Beckett or I wish Beckett or CGC were actually better because there needs to be competition. Because there is none. There's absolutely zero competition right now for PSA. What's up? No Judd. How do I give you a Twitch Prime? Well, first of all, I'm on YouTube. So hashtag not sponsored, hashtag no Twitch Prime, hashtag become a Custo Elite member for a cool badge. If you would just donate me simply just a couple $100 into my Venmo, I think I Venmoed you before, so you should have that. That'd be great. I'd appreciate that, Will. Yeah. You know how it is, man. Are you gonna be at what's it called? Are you gonna be at the New Jersey TCG show this weekend, Pokedet? How do you feel about Tag as a grading company? I think grading with AIs is a cool idea, but they've already had too many scandals for being this new of a company. So. Wolf. What's up, the pandas? Mike just missed that combo, yeah. I had this Venusaur for like 2 months. I'm gonna put this on a fire sale. Let's see what it actually goes for. I think I picked it up when it was like 50. But no, it is 70. Last sales were 70. Hell yeah. I'll be vending right next to Violet City, so I am super excited for that. First time I'm going to be meeting Eric in person, actually. I better see some more vendor POV content out of you, man. D5 is below markets. CHAMP. Venusaur's nice. It's it's off-centered on the back, but I mean, for a card as old as that, I think it's pretty decent. It's like Japanese, like almost base set, pretty much. That is in German. Nice. Japanese Erica's Venusaur. That's such a good card. I like the old vintage Japanese stuff. Like I could have bought like a Japanese Rockets Moltres a while ago. Yeah, it's legit right on market for that though. It's lightly no, it's not lightly. It's near mint, but it's like right on market for that one. No, I would not be at Click-to-Go Fort Worth. Whew. Oh my gosh. I will not, unfortunately. My next Collecticon will be in, what's it called? Sorry, Jersey. I don't know why I blanked on that. I'll be in Jersey in, November 22nd and 23rd. Yo, what's up, Dylan? Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see you. I know you bought that camera and haven't uploaded a single video, right? Y'all, please go harass Drake Collects on Instagram and tell him to actually upload videos. Oh, my camera setup. Well, if you can see on my webcam, this is an iPhone I used to stream, and then this is my DJI Osmo I used to record. So this is kind of scuffed today because I wanted to try out a new angle for looking at cards. It's not the greatest angle. Oh my gosh, it's not the greatest angle, but you know. I ship, Mr. Garbo. I do ship. So. First time vendor, stop while you're ahead. I'm just kidding. Vending, I feel like if you're getting into vending now, you're late. You are behind the curve. Everyone else who's currently in vending, is already going to be way ahead of you. Unless you've been collecting for years and have a crap ton of stuff, you're behind the curve. So, don't go too deeply into it because the vendor to consumer ratio and collector ratio is soon going to be so out of whack that everyone is going to be vending and card shows are just going to kind of suck. So there's too many vendors on the market. So my advice now is don't. I'm not saying that because I'm a vendor and I want to protect my business. Obviously, I want to protect my business. But at the same time, you got to see the writing on the wall. When so many people are becoming vendors, and I get countless messages of people who are used to be my customers and used to I see every weekend at card shows, and they're finally starting to like say like, "Hey, I want to start vending. How do I start vending?" It's, you know, eventually there's going to be way too many vendors. You know, I will be at the big show. I'll be set up right next to Valley City Collectibles. I don't have a store online, but just message me on Instagram, and I can I'll get anything shipped out to you that you see. I'll be probably posting a story sale Sunday night. Sunday night. I picked up a ton of like small CGC slabs. So also, you heard it here. You heard it here first. The giveaway for 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm not sure if it's going to be a strictly YouTube giveaway or kind of a combined giveaway, but I'll be giving away the CGC 10 Burger Chew that I picked up a couple weeks ago at the 3 Point Regency show. So, tune in. And also, the no long form video this week. I've worked pretty much every single second this week, and I have like 15 hours of footage to get through for Collecticon. So I want to make a good video for you because the last video I dropped the ball because I procrastinated. So this time I will take my time and I will make an actual good video for you for Collecticon. I feel like a Collecticon deserves maybe taking 2 weeks to make a video. So yeah, this keyboard is sick. As a Ajaz, I think it's a KN something. Where is it? Where is it? I don't know. I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, AKA20 Pro. The keyboard is so nice. You say you have a show on Sunday that you're selling on. Yeah, I'll be posting a bunch of stuff on my Instagram story on Sunday night, most likely, of inventory I have left over from the show that will be available to purchase. So if you wanted to, if I have some other stuff you're interested in, just look at my Instagram story. I'll be posting a bunch of different stuff. Someone should have bought this again for $85 because the last sale was $120. So someone can buy that. These popular vendors are making money off YouTube. I mean, I see it. The really popular ones that get a lot of videos on their long form videos, like the Bulbasaur, Flipping Cardboard. They make good money because I just got monetized on YouTube a couple weeks ago, and I've seen some decent returns on my work. But then again, I'm also not producing the quality of content that they are, so I kind of need to step it up. But Yeah, I mean it's a social media game now. The vending is great. I mean, if even if I don't make money at a show and I have fun, I'm like, awesome. You know, it's just so much fun regardless. You know, because at the end of the day, I do have a little bit of safety net with social media. I'm not making I'm not rich, but it's okay money. You know, I'm not in a position anywhere to like quit my job or anything. You know, but it's always fun because this has been my dream since I was a kid. You know, make money off YouTube and social media, become a YouTuber. So, wow, we were planning to drive out from Atlanta in March or April to see and support you. How far in advance do you book out your convention appearances? I have not done anything for next year. I'm waiting for the Collecticon schedule to come out and see when exactly their Collecticon dates are. Once that schedule drops, I'll probably be booking out most of everything. I've been approached for a couple different shows for next year, but I kind of want to keep my schedule open unless there's like a great show that I'm invited to, like a Hawaii PopCon or anything. That would be a dream come true if I get invited to Hawaii PopCon, because I have always wanted to go to Hawaii, and being able to do Pokemon cards in Hawaii would be so cool. But I have not put anything on my schedule for next year quite yet. I'm waiting for to see how my growth is and see what Collecticon is doing, because Collecticon is so much fun. It is legit. Like, oh my gosh. As a vendor and as a buyer, like, oh my gosh, it is so much fun. It is legit. Like, it is so nice. It's so fun. So, we will get there. Yeah, because also, if there is a Collecticon Atlanta, you won't have to drive. So, I'm not good friends with Eric. I've never actually met him in person. We talk online a lot, and we kind of just banter back and forth, but I've never met him. So I'll be meeting him for the first time this weekend, so I'm excited. So we both, I think we both started making content around the same time. I actually really like his content, because as a vendor, he makes content of stuff like I would wish I could say to someone. So I respect the hell out of that. So, because some of the stuff, like I couldn't say it, but him saying it is like perfectly on brand for him, which I love. So. We saw Phil in Nashville a couple weeks ago and headed to Tampa to see him Coop again. We're looking forward to see Sean, Danny, and yourself some love. If you wanted to see a bunch of good people soon, 703 Card Show, I will be there, Sean will be there, Eric will be there, and JP will be there from Florida. And Phil will be there on Friday. It's on December 13th and 14th. So it is around Christmas time, but on Friday it's going to be like a Christmas market. So I'll be vending there. I'm not expected to be too busy on Friday night, but it'll be a Christmas market, so they'll have some like Christmas stuff, Christmas decorations, stuff like that for sale. And then there's Pokemon card stuff as well, so it'll be a cool experience. Yeah, I'm also expected to do like card party. I want to do card party. That is on my to-do list. I do. Speaking about that, I have it in a PSA 10. I'm thinking about PCing this one. I don't know, because I got this one in the Collecticon Greninja GX. This guard is like $120 too. So that propped up over here. I picked this one up from Trader John's actually. I don't think he knows who I am, but that doesn't matter because I have clout. So yeah. I don't have a raw though. I just have it in PSA 10. I do not have merch. That is something that I'm also kind of thinking about, but I don't know like a good like merch idea other than just like my logo on a shirt, or like a Who's That Pokemon thing with like a Munchlax or something. I don't know. There's not like a I don't really have like a super good merch idea, you know what I mean? So I got two of these Laprases. They're so beautiful. Mm-mm. I don't know. I got this off Amazon. And it was like $20. It's nice. I mean, it works. It works fine. I think I have the same one that Beer Deck Cards has in his link tree. His Amazon is an Amazon link. That's fine. Oh yeah. Yeah, good start shirts, keep it simple. Yeah, I could just do like my logo. I was thinking about just making like a shirt for myself to wear at like shows and stuff that have my logo on it. But I don't know, that seems a little kind of self-centered, but you know. That's not gone up actually. Alright, good. We'll stay at that price then. Interesting. Yeah, true, I could. Yeah, this was about $10. GG. Oh yeah. Or down $5 really. Alright, what's up, LT? Yo, what's up, what's up? Like a ASMR stream with the keyboard clicks in the background too, I bet. Damn, this card fell off a cliff. What? I'm down $5. Yes, the Shinji Kanda hype is over. Hey, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? That's 5. Oh wait, let's actually. Maybe I could like pry this. Where I have a bottle opener. Okay, I'll crack this a little bit later. I'll get a bottle opener to open it and see if it actually works. I did not. If I did, I probably would have sold. I had a couple people. What's up?
Are these yours?
I'm live streaming right now.
Are these yours?
Yes.
I need to look for something in the closet.
Okay.
Walk around it.
Yeah. Just don't hit my camera.
Wouldn't want that.
Damn. I'm down a lot actually. That sucks. I have not done my graded cards. That is next up. Yeah, for this one especially, it's like 9K and a 10, so I get it. And grading is so profitable now. People just grade everything. You want to say hi?
Hey,
Hi.
please.
Shout out to Dad. Gosh, I don't know why I'm so tired. What's going on? And I said, yeah, big shout out, Dad. What did I price this one at? Okay, MP. It's like MP. If I price this LP, GG. Oh yeah, I'm time for all the scalping actually. So I skipped work today and I went to Target. I just sat in the Pokemon aisle and I just looked and I was waiting and watching. Yeah, why did I say LP for this one? That's nuts. RIP. 185. Will be my main colors. Main colors for what exactly? Jack, where do you think or hope to see your vending more towards $20 to $100 cards, $100 to $300 cards, or higher end card slabs? If I want to be 100% honest, I would love to be in the position where Garchomp and Bulbasaur are, where they deal with a wide variety of slabs and singles from every different era. But with the content game going, I think it's more of $10 to like $50 singles. I would love to just be in the high-end slab game and deal with that stuff all the time, but to be honest, they've been in the Pokemon hobby a lot longer than I have. So they've already had this stuff when it was a lot cheaper. So it's a lot harder for you to, build up that stuff now when everything is so inflated. So if I want to be honest, I would love to be in the high-end slab market. I feel like that would be awesome and a good place to be in. And like the high-end raw market, because it also opens up a lot more opportunities for like trades and connections. Because when I went to Trade Night after Collecticon Day 1, there was legit people had like $20,000 cards just chilling, on a hotel lobby. Like I saw Pokespiffs legit weighing out base set packs crouched down on the floor. If you know who Pokespiffs is, he always has like the most insane cards on him at all times. So it is nuts to see him just like weighing out, and people just like with thousands of dollars of cards just sitting, on the floor. So that's where I would have liked to be. All right, all of our singles are earned in mine. What did I say? Yeah, okay. Oh, excuse me. My brand, it's like black and red. Not my two favorite colors, but I feel like I've already branded that way, so I don't think I should really change it too much. Should not change it very much. But the thing I've noticed recently, and every single other vendor I've talked to recently, is just graded cards don't move. Slabs don't sell at all. So, if you'd like to sell me your slabs, please do. But they don't move for vendors at all. Like like there's shows I do where I don't sell a single slab. and I would have like half of my inventory tied up in slabs, and I would just not sell like a single one. So it's getting rough out here for the Slabby Patty army. Damn. That's not bad. So yeah, I moved I moved away from low end cards. I sold all my binders. It's the fact where it's like someone comes up to you and they'll flip through the binder, you know, and I didn't price my binder cards out, so I'd have to look up cards individually, and so with cards I knew the price of some of them, I would just be like, it's too much work to look it up, so I would just give it away for free, which also it hurts the business as well. But for the cards like that, it's like if you pick up a $3 card, you know, you probably paid $2 for it, which is like 66%, you know, like 70%, because you don't have quarters, you don't have change, you're not paying that 80%. So you took it in for $2, and someone says a $3 card, he's like, could you do $1 on it? It's a bad look if you're like, nah, man, I really need $1. So you essentially just had a $2 card and did nothing with it, you know. So it's also just a lot of work to price it out. But I've heard people say, like, if you price out a card and you price it out and you leave in the binder, you leave it there and you're cool with it, because when you price it out, that's the value you price it out at. So you should be cool with making that money. But it's just too much work. It's a lot more table space as well. And the 10 to like $25 cards move so much quicker. That is just like bread and butter. It also keeps people moving at your table more, and you know, more people coming in, seeing your table, because although I myself love flipping through a binder and seeing what cards people have, but as a vendor, you want to see as many people as possible. So you want to, like, you know, it's like same thing as a restaurant, because I work in a restaurant, so it's like turning tables, it's like turning guests and turning customers, you know. So I really like singles in the $20 to $100 range. Yeah, it's $20 to $100 cards that move the best. 10 and up, pretty much. I don't take anything lower than 10. It's stuff you have a good margin on it, because the stuff, like the margin you have on the lower end stuff is just not the best. You know, because like you make like $1 on a card, you know, and then you pay 6% of that, which is only like 6 cents, but sales tax. But it's just better for $10. Oh, I'm out of paper. It's better for like $10 and up, in my opinion. It's what's worked best for me recently, so I am not going to be changing it anytime soon. I feel like it just works. In the famous words of Gabe, where's my extra thing of paper? And Gaben, extra words of Gaben, or the wise words of Gaben, rather. But I like talking about vending a lot. I don't really talk to anybody else about this, because like I try to talk to like my coworkers about it, and they just don't understand, which is fair, you know. Shout out to you though, Colby. I know you watch my stuff. Both of my managers actually do watch my content, which is actually kind of funny. So Amanda or Leandra, Leandra's at work right now, but if Amanda is watching this at home, shout out to you. Yeah, also slabs just aren't moving as well, because PSA is offering so strong on slabs. They're paying legit 90% of comps, which is impossible to compete with as a vendor. So those cards just have not been moving, because people are saying, oh, if I create a card with PSA, why would I ever, you know, sell to a vendor at 80% or 70% when I could just sell to PSA for 92%, you know, or go to GameStop, and GameStop will give you cash for, what, 8? I got like pretty much a market offer for trade credit on my PSA 9 Galarian Recruiter Ultras I got back, so you know, I'm sticking at $10 and up, and raw cards. That's kind of my bread and butter. But Also, having like an attention grabber on your table helps a lot too. Because if you don't have like a really high end slab or like an expensive card on your table, people with other expensive cards will tend to just like walk away and, you know, not offer them to you, which makes sense because I'm not buying a poncho. So, PSA's goal is to control the market. What they do is they buy their own, like, it is kind of ridiculous. They buy their own cards that people grade. They themselves don't do repacks, but GameStop does repacks, and like Arena Club, Drip, they do repacks. I am sponsored by Drip, so I'm not saying anything bad about the repacking thing, but the fact of the matter is that when PSA buys back their own card, they're paying 92% of comps. So they control that. They control what the card grades, and they're also buying it back from the market. So they control the grading, and they control the prices. Because when a PSA offer, I believe when a PSA offer is accepted, it pops up on some of the comping websites, like Alt or something. So that sucks because it also drives down the price of cards because they offer 92%. So I mean, it'll slowly go down, but they just have a monopoly on the market. So they buy their own cards back and they resell it to these repackers at like 110% of what the card goes for. So they make their money on that, and the person who created the card also makes their money, but it's also a extremely bad conflict of interest. Like, it is really bad. And there's also a big antitrust thing as well, because one company cannot control that much market share, first of all, and that much of the different aspects of the market. Because PSA is partnered with GameStop, so they control some, at least to a certain extent, some of the mystery pack thing with the new GameStop Power Packs they release, and the actual physical mystery packs they release every once in a while with the different Pokemon drops. So, I don't know. Yeah, some of the Whatnot will hook me up. The Whatnot people I talk to, they always do good deals with me. I usually I buy every single slab that comes to my table, no matter the grading company, as long as it has comps. If it has one comp, I will buy it from you. So, if you want to sell your cards, come to me. I will pay you for every single graded card you have if it has at least one sale. So. Yeah, I just gotta keep my inventory up, which is kind of hard to do, but no, this one's gradable actually. Not really. Not really. Yeah, keep it. Yeah, it's. I'm not like. I do singles, so my single market is relatively unaffected by that. But I do have a decent bit of slabs. I just buy slabs to just send them to the Whatnot guys, and they pay me a percentage on that. Or they don't pay me. I just trade it for raw cards, really. And they could pay me a percentage, but I just trade it for raw cards because they have some crazy stuff. Shout out to Mateo, Mr. Matt Sells, Kanto Breaks, and Zach. What is up, Chope? Chope or Chow? How do you say that? I don't know why I am so tired. I didn't even get up that early today either. I have another reel to make as well. Yeah, there's also no long. Yeah, I said before, there's no long form video this week, unfortunately. I have like 15 hours of footage to sort through for a Collecticon, so I've got through a good bit so far, but it's physically impossible for me to get it out on time for you this week. So it'll be uploaded either midweek or end of week next week. So I am sorry about that, but thank you. I appreciate that. You're buying out Wes's table, so it gets yours eventually. Yeah, very true. When am I heading up to the show? I'll be heading up to the show Saturday morning. I'm working Halloween Friday night, unfortunately, so I can't even do anything for Halloween. So I'll be there. So it's like a 3.5 hour, or sorry, a 2.5 hour drive. I've never been to like Pikesville area, Maryland. It's like north of Baltimore. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I've only heard this is the first time the NJTCG show is going to be in Maryland. But usually all my shows around DC and the Maryland area do pretty well. So I'm very excited. Ugh, oh my gosh. And I haven't done a local show in a couple weeks as well, so. Local show. Because I did a 3-point in Richmond, and then I did the Beltway show, and then I went to Houston. So it's been a little bit since I was in DMV area, I guess. This does show up, okay. Oh gosh. Everything is kind of going down a little bit, I've noticed. This last week when I was pricing before Collecticon, I noticed every single card had gone down by like 40 or like $5 across the board. How do I get UCoop and Beer Data, Minnesota? I don't know. That's a tough question. I do have some other vendor people who I talk to that are from the Minnesota area. It's for Phil and Coop are assigned to Cards and More Tour. So if there's like a PokeCon in Minnesota, they might be going there. I unfortunately do not have as much motion as them. So I'm not signed to Cards and More yet. But if there is a PokeCon, and if you keep expressing interest to the showrunners, who are actually super chill, I'm sure you could probably get them up there. Oh yeah, I'm so tired. Oh my gosh. You should give a card to a kid at Eric's table and say Costello Cards wants you to have that card. I could actually. I could, like, if a kid doesn't have enough money, I'll be like, yo kiddo, come here. And I'll give him the card. Yeah, everything is going down. This is not good. All singles are going down as well. OP minus. Yeah, well, it's like near mint minus, but I'll price it like $100 because near mint's last sold is $140. LP's last sold is $60, so I'll call it $100 and put LP minus or near mint minus. There we go. Look at that, Chad. We're back. Cool. Now this is a really rough, moderately played one, I think. Yeah, this is like heavily played. Still like $35. Just do $30 HP. I got a whole bag of Halloween candy I bought at the store today. I'm so fat. Oops. Shiny Noctowl time. All right. Everyone hoards their cards. Yeah. I don't know. Richmond. Richmond sucks. I'm gonna be honest. Richmond sucks. So. Yeah. Well, I feel like Minnesota might draw from Canada, maybe, because I know. What's it called? They don't have a lot of shows in Canada. I don't know why that took me so long to get out. Like, I feel like I'm dying. I don't actually feel like I'm dying, but you know. So, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting to see how good shows and how well shows are put on in different states. Because Houston was pretty good. Eclecticon is on its own different thing, you know. Because it's Eclecticon, no matter the state, no matter the city, no matter where it is, it's gonna be busy. So I don't even like Pokemon, but I'm gonna YouTube these three guys and appreciate them and the zen they bring to my life. Awesome. I am glad I could help your zen out. Phil and Coop have always been staples in the community. Even before Phil started making content, he was always one of the nicest guys. One of the first dudes I interacted with, I think it was at my first show I ever went. I wasn't vending, but I was walking around. First show I ever went to. He was super chill. So this was long before he was even making content. Like the video Coop posted today, I think, was from the show that I first met him at. So hopefully he'll post me because I had a pretty neat interaction. I don't know though. We shall see. Whatnot streamer bought you out at 85%. Yeah, there's a bunch of Whatnot people offering to buy us out at 90% at Collecticon, which is absolutely absurd. So I said no, which is kind of stupid because I feel like I should have said yes, but you know, 90% is nuts. 85% is really good. A lot of people are being a lot more stingier with the price that they sell cards at, which sucks. So, wait, can I go to next? I'll be at the big show in Pikesville, Maryland, from the New Jersey TCG show. I'll be posting on my story probably tomorrow. Yeah. Nuts. They offered me 90% for almost everything I had, and some guy paid me like 92.7% for a bunch of stuff before day 2. Before the show even opened, he was another vendor walking around. He cashed out maybe 25 grand of stuff from me and my neighbors, which is nuts. Bro. Alright. Singles are done. Now time for the slabs. Yeah, 90% is quite good. Quite good. So, alright. We'll do, yeah, this was this week. This was last weekend. This was, what, 3 days ago? 4 days ago? In Houston. So, yeah, I actually met him. I met him for the first time this weekend. He's actually pretty chill. He gave me a slab to give away. So, well, people buy on Whatnot for over 100 and they buy on Whatnot for a crazy amount of money. Like, people spend, I've seen people pay $40 for like a $3 card on Whatnot. So, what's up, Pat?
I have a jersey.
Thanks. Yeah, people pay like 110% of comps on Whatnot, so that's kind of nuts. So people can afford to pay high because they know that they will get their money back. This dropped like $50. That sucks. Yeah, I deleted Whatnot because I cannot be trusted with that much power to just buy a bunch of stuff, and super quick. So I deleted the app and decided to forego any more Whatnot for me. But Whatnot is a good app. It's fun. Very much, yeah. I liked bidding because the number or my phone would vibrate whenever I bid, so I thought that was awesome. So I just kept bidding. Also, the wheel streams are so bad. So bad for my wallet, man. And also, a new thing: no graded guards are included. No more graded guards. Yeah, see, I knew it. I got offered like 140. I got offered like 115 for this, and last sales were 280 and 270. I knew I should not have kept this, or I knew I should have kept this. Brian's a great brand. What do you think about what he buys and sells? Daily business plan. For your case, yeah, I think he's super chill. The fact that he buys everything and is really, really fair is the best brand you could have. Is someone who is known for buying everything, because you have people bring like really, really bad stuff, like really bricks, but people also bring really good stuff to him as well. So he has a great business plan. He's a super chill dude. I didn't talk to him too much. I just like introduced myself, said what's up. He gave me something to give away, which is awesome. So I watch his stuff. I watch every single video, and he has like an actual team dedicated to editing. So he does things right. He knows what he's doing. I'm gonna take this guard off and put a different guard on this card. What's your next show? I'll be doing the big show in Maryland, in Pikesville. Excuse me. Sorry. The New Jersey TCG show. I'll be doing it with Violet City. So we'll be vending right next to each other. It'll be first time meeting Eric in person, but I'm excited. Speaking of Wallet, go watch Royal Gaming tonight. He's running a vault type game up to 400 packs. Wow. How does that work? Vaults type game. Yes, so much better. Richmond sucks. Richmond is horrible. I'm not getting, Richmond is really bad. It's never been really great, but it's always bad. It's nice for me because I get to see people in my community that I talk to, some local people, but in all honesty, it is just not a good spot for shows. The shows that are put on in Richmond are not really good. Whenever Cards and More in town, I will say Cards and More is probably, whenever they're in Richmond, that's probably the best show in Richmond, in all honesty. The last time I did a show there was pretty good. So, all the other shows in Richmond are just kind of not very good. The East Coast card show is actually good as well. All the other ones are just kind of So I don't foresee myself doing any other card shows besides like the Regency 3-point show or nothing else really, to be honest. In full transparency with y'all. Yeah, it's not enough. It's just the shows just are bad. Like they're not promoted. They're not good venues. The parking always sucks, and there's usually always 2 or 3 other shows going on at the same time. So it is just not good. Not good. And the people who buy at these Richmond shows, it's not like they're spending like crazy amount of money on stuff. You know what I mean? They're usually like they're buying like the singles in the binder, and they're doing like those, like they're trading for like a $5 card. It's like not the greatest of times. So the DMV area is where it's been really good recently, like around DC area. So I've just been trying to focus my efforts up there because it's a higher population density. The shows are put on a little bit better. They have actually advertise. You know, they do more stuff up there, and I'm a little bit closer connected to some of the DMV guys because Beltway, Yosh was a vendor, and I met him a couple times at some different shows like Richmond Collecticon. He's a super chill dude. So, and then some of the guys from the Minted Card shows. I vended Minted Card show. I actually vended next to them in Houston last weekend. So, got to talk to them. They always have good business plans. You know, they care about the vendors. So, hey, what's up, Luca? Next show in Richmond won't be until probably next year, and full transparency. So, but I won't be in Richmond anytime soon. I hope to catch Brian one day. He does show some MMA. Brian Ong? I think he's from LA. I can't remember what he said, but I believe he's from LA. Or SoCal, somewhere in that area. At the out-of-state spots, it depends. The New Jersey TCG show is a 2-day show, so the tables were a little bit more expensive. I think it was like $200, and they're coming from an environment in New Jersey. Is he from Massachusetts? I thought Brian Ong was from LA. I don't know. I can't remember. Tables in Richmond are dirt cheap. Tables around the area are also similarly priced at around $70. Collecticon tables are getting kind of ridiculous. If you don't snipe a section yourself, you kind of have to pay like crazy money for a table. But I think it's worth it for sometimes. So, table costs. I've heard table costs in LA is like $150 for a single day show. I don't do any sealed products for sale. Like, in terms of selling them, I do have some sealed product myself. Stuff I usually just hit on Pokemon Center. I kind of keep for myself. And random odds and ends. Stuff I find, like, sentimentally valuable. I have a Crimson Invasion ETB because it was the first Elite Trainer box my parents got me. So I got that at my shelf. I have a Astral Radiance Pokemon Center ETB because I thought the artwork was cool on the front of the box. And then I have a Sun and Moon ETB because Sun and Moon was... I played that game to the ground. So I got that. Oh, what's up, Vanessa? Yeah, I can't keep this thing sealed. I used to have everything, like... I used to have like a booster box here and a booster box there. And they would stare at me. And so I had to put them up because I would rip them. So... I have everything in my closet where I can't see them. Like, I have an Evolving Skies art set. And if I put that out in plain eyesight, I will be opening that. 100%. Because I have yet to pull anything good out of Evolving Skies. So I am kind of, due. So... thoughts of vendors that don't put their price on the top loader slab or sleeve. I think they're dumb. It doesn't take that long to do. It saves you so much time. Especially as a vendor, because when I did like a couple shows where I didn't price anything out. Like any of the new things I got. And I'm sorry, I'm fat. Anyways, my stomach is showing. That's kind of nasty. Anyways, the vendors who don't price their stuff, as a vendor, pricing your stuff out eliminates the possibility of someone asking to take out like 4 or 5 things and being like, oh, never mind, it's actually too much, you know. So that's a plus. Also, pricing out your stuff helps people understand if you actually know what you're talking about, because time and time again, I try to keep my prices pretty fair. I'm pricing out stuff legit at market, at last sales on TCG Player, or a little bit below market depending on the show. But you can definitely tell how in tune the vendor is, and if you're going to be able to work by just finding a card that you know the price of. Let's say you know the price of this. Let's say you know the price of this card is like $200. The Venusaur Snivy PSA 10. Say you know it's $200. Let's say the vendor has it stickered for like $260. You know that seeing that one card that he's not going to be able to be worked with, because knowing this card is $200 and he has it for over 150% or 125% or whatever it is, you know you're not going to be able to work with him. So tables like that I tend to avoid, because the odds you're going to be able to get a deal done are lower than walking up to a table, a vendor that prices their stuff out before every show, and you see prices are super accurate. It's a lot easier to get a deal done. It's also, you're also more inclined to buy stuff, because if it's priced fairly, you know, and you see everyone else with a super high sticker, you're more inclined to buy it. Same thing happened at CollectCon. I had the Mewtwo V-Star in the Mewtwo V-Star, the one who's fighting Charizard, and I had mine at like 175. Everyone else had theirs at 200, because I went off last sales. They went off market price. So I sold that before anyone else, because I sold, you know. This did not sell for $139. That's nuts. Anyways, I haven't really noticed a slowdown at all, really. It's just the only thing I noticed a slowdown is from slabs. No one buys slabs anymore, so the singles market is as strong as ever. It's been really good. Try keeping a Victini box sealed, because the left Victini ended up opening up after my surgery because I was so bored. Yeah, that's the struggle with keeping stuff sealed, is trying not to open it. That is like my biggest bane of my existence. Like, every modern product I always have sealed, I always open it. Almost without fail. Almost without fail. One thing I have noticed is I was talking about this earlier, a lot of collectors, or a lot of just people who are new to the hobby, kind of like myself, have just started wanting to vend and have more interest in vending, which is not good, because eventually the vendor to consumer ratio and guest ratio and customer ratio will be so out of whack that no one is going to be making money. I've noticed that at other shows, because there's always new vendors at every other show. At every show I do. So I need to tell them to, you know, lock in. The timing window's probably a little bit already closed, I think, for becoming a super, super successful vendor. Hey, what's up, Derek? Yeah, the shows are going great. Houston was a blast. I had so much fun in Houston. So much fun, I probably decided to do LA Collecticon, which also means I need to update my show schedule for like the 3rd time in like a month. So, alright. These ones are done. I don't think those ones will be for sale. This one need a price. That's not getting sold. 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 Alright, none of these are getting sold. So just one TGC slot. I don't think any of these have comps as well, so that would matter. Yeah, Texas was great. Houston's kind of weird. There was no one really no one really lives inside Houston. I kind of found that out when I got there. But like Friday night when I was walking around, there was nobody on the streets. I was so confused. Because Richmond doesn't have like a crazy good nightlife, but how's the food? I bet it didn't compare to DMV. I didn't. Well, the thing is about Houston, everything you have to drive everywhere. So I wasn't trying to like Uber to get food. So I just ended up getting Shake Shack and pizza. Me and this guy Kalen, Farmhouse TGG. Shout out, Mr. Kalen. We just got pizza. It was actually really good. And Shake Shack. Really good. What's up, Wes? Exactly. It's like you walk into a store and you see nothing is priced on the store. Like you walk in and you don't know the price of anything. It's the same concept of a vendor not pricing out their own stuff. So I do not even blame you. Also, PSA Greater Guards work with CGC cards as well, so that's a good thing. Good thing to know. All right, cool. Priced all those out. Nothing in here needs to be priced out, right? Yeah. Oh, it's mine. This almost mine. This is for my personal collection here. So, alright, now I gotta do some math and see where we're at for inventory total. Why did I follow Boston teams? Well, my family's from Massachusetts, so my dad was born 30 minutes outside Boston, like southwest, or southeast. So, I go to Massachusetts almost twice a year. It used to be twice a year, but now that I've gotten older and have work and different responsibilities, don't really go twice a year anymore, but I have tons of family up there. Like, I go up there twice a year, Christmas time and 4th of July, so. Also, Boston teams are just really good, so I'm not rooting for no damn Wizards. I'd rather root for the Celtics and Patriots and Bruins, the most successful sports city of the 21st century. Which is also just objectively true. I would love to do Houston again. It's definitely going to be on my radar for the next Collecticon circuit that pops up. Yeah, I was there. They were paying like 92%, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's quite disgusting what that is. As a vendor, because the tables around them, they weren't able to buy slabs at all. Thankfully, they were only there on Saturday for about 4 hours, I think. But the tables around them during that time were not able to purchase anything because PSA was offering so strong on slabs in person that vendors could not compete with it. So I think if that becomes more common, the death of the hobby is legit right around the corner. So all I do is hope that PSA kind of understands that that's not good. Also, a huge conflict of interest as well. So now I'm gonna do my complicated spreadsheet here. Sneeze. I hate that shit. Okay. 3 NJ. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that was my first time in Houston. I was kind of sketched out because there was nobody in the city when I got there. Like, nobody, and it was kind of dead, which is kind of scary. Also, nothing was open. Like when I wanted to get dinner, like the only places that were open were like Shake Shack. So that's the only place I got dinner because all the other restaurants around the venue were like really high end, and it seemed like kind of tourist strappy, so we didn't go there. So we just got Shake Shack one. Me and my buddy Kalen did. So I'll be excited to go back to Houston because that was my first time. Well, first time actually like traveling alone, which is kind of cool. And then my first time outside of the East Coast for a card show. So it wasn't like too crazy, but it was still like a good taste of what other states have to bring in terms of Pokemon cards. So I was very, very positively, very pleased with it. You know, I was very happy with my experience. Oh, they're making it bigger. Like the convention center is huge. Like I think there's four expo halls there, and the Collecticon had 900 tables and it fit in one. You know, like that is nuts. So the fact that they're building it bigger is absolutely insane. Dallas is better. I could have gone to Fort. I don't think I can anymore. But I never had the opportunity. If I could redo everything, I would probably do Fort Worth as well. See how that goes. It's like big time more crime than Houston. Y'all beefing about Texas. I mean, those cities. I mean, Houston is massive though, so. I know Dallas is a large city as well. That's 15 plus 20. Cool. Yeah. Weather doesn't equal more crime. It's colder, so there must be more crime. Oh, thanks for the $1, Mike. I appreciate that. Thank you, Mr. Bullseye Mike. I appreciate that. All I gotta do is put it on black like 20 times and I'm the richest man in the world. Alright. Chat. Slabs are done. Everything's priced. So I just paid 1,000, so 24 plus 6 is 3,000. Cool. Okay, sick. I bet. Excuse me. Alright, I'm gonna sort these out for era. XY vintage. At the top of my lungs, what's going on? And I said, hey, yeah. Who's your favorite Pokemon? My favorite Pokemon is Greninja. That's why I got him in my background. Love Greninja. My first starter Pokemon in X and Y. So I have some affinity for Greninja. I also like frogs too, so it's kind of right up my alley. And I do not watch the anime. I don't really watch any shows. I mostly just watch like YouTube. You know? Like shows just aren't my thing. I don't know what it is, but I just cannot be bothered to like I watched The Boys. I think The Boys was phenomenal. It was really good. So that's like the last show I actually like sat down and watched. Also because I'm like so invested in it. Like I watched every single episode. So I need to see how the next season progresses as well. So say, hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? Alright, let's get this situated. Yeah, that's like my favorite part about vending is like pricing and sorting out cards. It usually takes a while to do, but it's like kind of just like relaxing. And I like sorting them too. It makes my ears feel good. The noise of all the cards like just whacking together. It's good. I think it's a little off center, but it is really good. Like by off center, I mean not PSA 10 contender, but it's pretty clean. I grade everything myself, so if you get a PSA 10 off me, I will be very surprised. Because that means I didn't do something right. I say, hey. What do you do them on? What do I do what on? Mr. Marcus. Oh yeah, I put my new sticker for these graded cards I have. I made a sticker for every graded card, every card with a graded card. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 8. Use TCG Player to price out cards. I use TCG Player sales. To be specific. So if the market price for a card is like $80 and sales are like 90, I'm stickering it for $90. But if market price is like 70, sales are like 65, I'm stickering it for 65 or like even lower. So I go off what the card is actually selling for. Yeah, I'm pricing cards right now, yeah. Oh yeah, this is the new sticker I got. Graded guard for display only. Because I'm turning to Christian high in heaven, and graded guards are only for display now. deep breath, and I get real high, and I top of my lungs. What's going on? Look at that, graded guard for display only has never looked so good. Go-to snack. I don't really snack that often. Like, I snack at shows because it's kind of a little bit harder to get like an actual meal at shows. But go-to snack is probably like Cheez-Its, to be honest. I love Cheez-Its. Like Cheez-Its Snapped. So good. Look at that. For display only. Alright, sick. Take a deep breath, and I get real high. Whew. I'll probably throw this one in here. No, get this one, the purple one. Oh, finally. That's okay. Never mind. This is being weird. I didn't grade my order. Anyways, chat, I believe that might be it for me for tonight. Everything is priced. I'm reasonably tired right now, so I think I might just go to bed. So, I will be at... I'll be at a show at Pikesville, Maryland, the big show. I'll be vending right next to Violet City Collectibles with Eric. So, I'll be live. I think the show starts at 10 o'clock. So I'll be, or I think 9 o'clock. I think 9 o'clock, yeah. So it's at 9, so I'll be live at 9 on Saturday and Sunday. So, it has been a pleasure once again. Thank you for tuning in. I am going to go to sleep. It is 9 o'clock and I'm like 1,000 years old. So, have a nice night. Thank you so much.